Good evening, I'm Thomas Clune.
And I'm Morgan Nicole.
And this is Cbus Monthly.
Columbus's blatant ripoff of Weekend Update.
Our top story this evening, Columbus officially put its bid in for the 2006 Democratic National Convention, along with Birmingham, Cleveland, New York, Philadelphia, and Phoenix. When asked how he plans to woo Democrats into choosing Columbus, Mayor Michael Coleman said, "Fuck those cities, I'm awesome at ComFest."
Local restaurateur Liz Lessner loses the battle of the city after nearly a year and is forced to close Betty's Fine Food and Spirits for good on July 7th. The team here at Cbus is taking it pretty hard. Our director of operations will have to find a new location to get drunk on pink Cadillac margaritas and shove a large hot hunk of juicy meat in her mouth.
Morgan, don't you mean meatloaf?
No.
In other news, we are able to confirm in a Cbus exclusive that the Ohio State University equipment manager Rob Lachey will be using Downy Ultra Fresh Pro Formula fabric softener in the washing of all socks, towels, and of course jockstraps. I repeat, we are the first news outlet in Columbus to confirm that for the 2014 football season, OSU football will be washing all of their smocks, socks, jocks will be softened with Downy Ultra Fresh Pure Formula. This comes after Snuggle, Tide, Mountain Green Free and Clear Liquid Fabric Softener, and Kroger Brand all lost their bid to host OSU's Jockgate National Convention in 2016.
Recently, the Ohio State Fair announced that it told its first ever beard and mustache competition on July 28th, also known as white people's latest attempt to invent a sport in which they can still be competitive.
I can totally win that.
Which makes it the only sport that is actually hip enough for hipsters.
Speaking of hipsters, with the recent success of the Car2Go and Kogo car and bike sharing services, Mayor Coleman is committed to bringing more Go-based services and businesses to Columbus. First up will be Go Dog Go, which will allow Columbusites to borrow designer dogs for as little as 5 minutes from hundreds of downtown kiosks. And, of course, Go Dog Go Truck in Columbus Commons. Soon to follow will be Go Tea, which will provide short-term rentals and proofs of appropriately ironic facial hair and racks located out Seven Sons Brewery and the newly reopened bodega on High Street.
The Central Ohio Transit Authority recently began operation of what they're calling the Cbus Circulator, which offers free bus rides along a circular route which stretches from German Village to the short north. As a CODA spokesman explains, we were really looking to provide a warm, safe place for Columbus's homeless community. While at the same time, allowing them to tour some of the fabulous restaurants that they could be enjoying if only they worked a little harder. He enjoys new service.
This month, the Columbus Zoo opened its Heart of Africa exhibit, which zoo officials described as bringing not just African animals, but an actual, authentic African experience to Columbus. At this point, you're pretty sure you're expecting some lazy jokes about bringing horrible African stereotypes to the Columbus suburbs as zoo attractions, which our writers gave us plenty to choose from, such as sites like malaria-infested mosquito habitat. The Child Soldier Experience, and adventure games like smuggling blood diamonds out by the park by any means necessary.
However, the Cbus editorial staff feels that we, as Columbus's preeminent joke-based news program, have an obligation to our audience to enlighten them as well as entertain. Therefore, instead of trading entire tropes, we have prepared the following joke, which we hope will not only make you laugh, but also challenge your worldview.
Zoo officials describe the exhibit as bringing an authentic African experience to Columbus and will include a remote cardiovascular exam station, using groundbreaking equipment designed by African-born engineer Arthur Zhang. Free admission to the exhibit, along with a snow cone, will be made available to any Franklin County resident who votes yes on the next zoo levy in November.
Ohio legislators are currently considering passage of a resolution to encourage breastfeeding, an issue which at times has at times invoked complex and heated discussions about topics like race, socioeconomic status, conflicting scientific evidence, and the very underpinnings of our nation's indecency law. When reached for comment about the issue, the men replied, he, boobies.
Boobies!
Speaking of lady parts, Ohio legislators are trying to put a ban on women using their health insurance for, quote, drugs or devices used to prevent the implantation of a fertilized ovum.
Fertilized ovum.
That's not the joke. Do you even know what a fertilized ovum is?
No.
It's a fertilized egg. So that means women would have to pay out of pocket for birth control pills, IUDs, and abortions. Republican John Becker, who sponsored the bill, said that birth control pills should not be banned, but IUDs, which are inserted inside of the uterus, should be because he considers them a form of abortion. Quote, "This is just a personal view. I am not a medical doctor." And he is right. He is not a medical doctor. If he was, he would know that IUDs work the same way as birth control and condoms by preventing fertilization, not implantation. But unknown to everyone, he's also the man behind the breastfeeding resolution, and he just wants more babies around for breastfeeding because, you know, boobies. So that's all been for CBUS tonight. I am Morgan Nicole.
And I'm Thomas Gloom. We'll see
Keep
you.
it sassy, Columbus.
Keep it classy. Classy. We agreed on classy. Boobies are classy.
We had a homeless man with our pictures on the back. We can't afford a real thing. There's nothing classy about
I love Jim. Jim is awesome.